Does what we witnessed last night in Southport equate to, I don't know, let's pull somebody out, let's pull somebody by random, the families of the dead and injured little girls and whatnot? I mean, where are people's heads at? And then dare suggest that this is orchestrated by people for political agendas? Well, obviously I'm part of the conspiracy.
Now, detectives investigating the mass stabbing at Southport in the northwest of England that left 3 children dead have been granted more time to question the 17-year-old suspect. Hundreds of people attended a vigil last night to pay tribute to the 3 girls who were killed in that knife attack at a children's dance workshop. Just hours later, violent clashes broke out close to where the girls were stabbed. 39 police officers were injured, with 27 needing hospital treatment. Merseyside police described the violence as sickening. Members of the community, including the mother of one of the victims of the stabbing, have appealed for calm. So let's go back to our correspondent who's been there for the last couple of days, Nikki Schiller. And Nikki, horrifying scenes last night.
Mate,
the local mosque
just go
was
bald.
attacked.
That wig isn't fooling anybody.
Responders to that stabbing also coming under attack.
Yeah, absolutely, Matthew. There was violence last night, and I just want to explain where that mosque was. You can see the flowers here near the scene of the mass stabbing. Well,
surely they could have got somebody that spoke.
Walk away from
could
here,
speak.
And last night was the scene of violence. Police estimate there were 200 to 300 people there. All of the people I've spoken to today say that they believe the majority of those people were from outside Southport. They were not from Southport. They picked up bricks and threw them at the police. Now, those bricks came from people's garden walls. They knocked down those garden walls to
trashed the place.
And at the local mosque, we saw broken windows on the mosque. We saw huge amount of debris this morning. A police van last night was set on fire. But the thing is, when I arrived this morning, Matthew, in the street there was debris everywhere, piles of rubble. But
wig
the local
or not wig,
people with brooms. I spoke to a man who travelled from Manchester with a bucket and with a broom to help clear up, and the locals came out in force, clearing that whole street. So within 3 hours it was clear of that debris. The local fire service came in with a cherry picker to make sure
they came, they saw, they trashed the joint.
The people of Southport wanted to make it clear.
They came,
that community
they saw,
was what
and fucking trashed the joint.
You see the flowers behind me. One of the sets of flowers is from the school.
And I think Southport is south of the Mersey, whereas Liverpool was north. So when you hear Scousers and all that, don't get bamboozled where they come for that area. It's like me travelling to fucking Edinburgh and go, I come for this area.
Has come out and appealed for calm. Jenny writing on social media after that trouble last night, please stop. She said, police have been nothing but heroic. They and we don't need this. And in the last couple of hours, the Chief Constable of Merseyside has toured the area where that violence happened. She said that 3 people had been arrested and more arrests would be made. She said that they weren't caught unawares by that violence and that they were prepared if there was further violence. They brought in support from other forces around the area. This is what Serena Kennedy had to say, the Chief Constable.
So based on the information I have available, we understand that there was people who identify as English Defence League attending here yesterday. Yes, I am aware that other factions would say they haven't existed for a number of years, but based on how people were defining themselves on our intelligence picture, that is what we understand.
And what would you say to people in the streets?
Oh, it's a conspiracy. Go and volley a brown person in the face in an airport and always forgiving him.
And we'll go to bed tonight and sort of wonder about pretty much any noise that appears outside their window.
I would share with them probably their horror and disgust about what took.
When the fuck did Shaggy for Scooby-Doo become a real journalist? Who's a real journalist nowadays? Look, everybody's out with their phasers, their mobile phones.
Place in this neighbourhood last night. As I've said, Southport is a tight-knit, family-type community. Everybody knows everybody. It's more like a village. So I would share in their horror and disgust. But what I would say is, please be reassured in terms of that level of support that they're going to see from policing, they're going to see from all of our partners.
Oh no, it's Neil for the young ones, actually.
Reassurance from partners from Sefton Council, from partners from Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service.
Right, I'm hoping you get the point I'm trying to make. I'm making. It's like the people of that area don't want that. The guy that done this shit doesn't come from that area. 5 miles away, over 5 miles away he comes from, and there are people out there that are fraudulently for fucking fucked up agendas circulating names and photographs and all sorts of shit, man. And when you get introduced to the sewer pit that is the internet and the people that are on it and the things that they'll do, you'll wisen up to this shit. Hold your weast, wait till information comes out, and then weigh up your tomatoes. See if there's any meat in the pudding. Because otherwise you just make a fool of yourself and you just move on to the next sensationalist pile of shite and just start bumping your gums to suit your narrative, your political agenda. And you better believe there's like, did you hear this studied a decade ago? So did the BNP, but their fucking dangleberries are still floating about doing their shit independently, like, although they all still meet up. You know, Tommy Robinson doesn't like Britain First, but they meet up for fucking lunch. Jim Dowson orchestrating it all, using marketing, these wee little different fucking talking head personalities on the internets. Jada for her tits, Tommy Robinson for the fucking football, fucking lager drinking fans, Paul Golden for the fucking artistic want-to-be intellectuals. The list goes on and on and on. You can see James Owen. Hi, for people that like funny accents. Remember, I don't have an accent. The rest of the world does, because I stay in Middle Earth. Get it? Got it. Good. Man, please don't be swayed with this shit, otherwise you're going to end up... Well, people are hating people they've never fucking met. And gravitating towards fucking Magic Man in the sky and virgin births and eating the body of Christ and drinking his fucking blood. What could possibly go wrong?